right now we are on our stages in Nashville, the Nashville stages, and we have the Bluebird Cafe, or our version of the Bluebird Cafe, behind us, and they literally built the Bluebird Cafe to a T. It's an exact replica up to the pictures, the signed pictures on the wall. Absolute replica. The owners of the Bluebird came in and saw it and were like floored, blown away. It's absolutely, you know, a show. It's multi-dimensional, and it's got these multi-dimensional characters and family relationships, and I mean, my relationships as Juliette Barnes in the show are very rough and rocky, and we all have these very in-depth backstories, but it's not just about music. The music is a definite character within it because it shows you where this character goes. It plays a huge part in their development and the journey that we get to take, and what we're emotionally going through at the time in the show. But it's not just about that, no, it's about life. I do get to play kind of the bad girl, but every bad girl, bad guy, villain usually has a backstory. There's a reason why they behave the way they behave, why they feel the way they feel. And that's definitely true to form in Juliette. Is, you know, when you first meet her, you go, oh gosh, she's young, snarky, you know, disrespectful, untalented brat. And then you start to realize that she's this damaged young girl who is running from this very dark past that she's had, and she's not going to let anything stand in her way because this is her way out. This life is her way to make sure that she never has to relive that. I really genuinely didn't know where the music was going to go. And I was signed on to do it before I even heard the song, so I had no idea. And the music has just absolutely floored me. It is unbelievable, and it gets better and better. And T-Bone Burnett is one of the most incredible, talented, wonderful people I've ever worked with. And he just makes the whole experience so worthwhile. I know, I'm petrified of this tour thing. Oh, I'm just hoping that Juliette has enough performances in the show where I can pretend, but I still get that feeling of being up on stage and being in front of people, where it's almost my, you know, it's my segue. It's the little in-between that's gonna help me make that transition, hopefully.
Because you said you have stage fright?
I have terrible stage fright. I do. I mean, I'm sure I could psychoanalyze the reason 10 times over, but you know, when you grow up in a world where you are judged and there's a lot of scrutiny, and especially growing up where you're in the middle of your phase of not knowing yourself and trying to figure yourself out, and you're trying to figure yourself out while all these other people are giving horrible opinions and throwing judgment at you, you become afraid. It becomes a very sensitive topic, and I think there's something about being behind or in front of a camera, but only with your crew, and putting yourself out there as an actor and having all those chances and not having to look at all the reactions of people while they're processing and taking it in, judging it whether they like it or not. And then there's a different thing going out on stage and going, hey, this is me, you know, I get to do this right in front of all of you and watch all of your reactions.
Hayden is blowing my mind every day. She is so good. For someone who's as sweet as she is, and she is really truly one of the sweetest people I've ever met, she plays a bad girl like nobody I've ever seen. She just really comes quite ready and prepared to do it, but it's not how she is in life at all, so it's kind of fun when you see that little turn in her character, because she'll go from being, hi everybody, hi, you know, so, but she's wonderful.
You know, I think we have a great opportunity here to show the Nashville music scene in a very true way, and to show these singers in very true ways, and not in the caricature ways that we might have seen before. You know, our goal is to show Nashville as a complicated human place, and you know, get people away from the more cliched ideas of what Nashville is. Actually, this is a show about the people who live in a town. It's really about Nashville, and so I think it's going to be relatable to people, because if you like stories about people and their families and the people that they love and their fears and things that they strive for in their lives and they're passionate about, then that's going to appeal to an audience, you know. And it just so happens that this is a town that is Music City, you know, and that has the music business here, and there are singers and songwriters everywhere. So we get to represent that as part of this town. But the other thing that's great about Nashville is every type of music is represented here, not just country music. So it's not going to matter what kind of music you like. It'll be represented on the show. It'll be represented on the show, and people will love it.